The reality of reality TV. So many people are deeply invested in these shows, like sending death threats to cast members, defending their faves like it's a courtroom, and keeping up with their lives like they're close friends or besties. And honestly, I get it. I've watched a ton of reality TV shows over the years. But this year, something shifted, something changed, and it's alarming. The moment that pushed me to do this video was when I saw a post that just made me stop and think, why are we so obsessed with this? Why are we this emotionally invested with people we've never met? Now, I kind of hate that I love reality TV. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm a social butterfly. Maybe it's my way of meeting people from my home. I like watching personalities bounce off each other. And also, I love a bit of drama. I mean, who doesn't? We're all nosy at some point. But I can't shake the feeling that something about it has all started to feel too much off, cringy, strange, and rather disturbing. Reality TV is having a serious moment. Love Island alone had people locked in from premiere to finale and then onto the reunion. And the conversations has not stopped. Every single day I see people online stressed out, crying, fighting, no, like literally arguing, going to war in the comments over these shows. And lately I've been wondering, why are we so invested in something we know isn't even all that real? Reality TV is usually defined as unscripted programming that follows real people in supposedly real life situations, made for entertainment, not education. But if you're watching long enough, you know there's nothing simple or authentic about it anymore. It started innocently. Candid camera in the late 1940s captured people reacting to silly pranks. Then, An American Family in the 1970s gave viewers a peek into domestic life. But when the real world hit in the 90s, that's when modern reality TV really kicked off. Cameras followed young adults living together, and not just in the house, but out in the real world, documenting their friendships, fights, and everything in between. This is when we really got to see real life shadowing. Since then, reality TV has evolved into dating shows, competitions, celebrity life, survival, home makeovers, and so much more. But here's the thing, as reality TV became more popular, it also became more produced. And that's the line we often tend to forget. Reality TV pretends to be real, but it's carefully crafted. Unlike scripted TV, where actors perform written lines, reality TV gives you characters through editing. Producers create arcs by slicing and splicing footage to fit a specific narrative. They may not write scripts, but they absolutely direct the story. Think about all these familiar edits. The villain edit. Make someone look antagonistic or toxic. The hero edit. Present someone as likable, admirable, or the fan favorite. The underdog edit. Shows someone struggling but persevering. The comic relief edit. Highlights someone's humor and goofiness throughout the season. And fan favorite, makes someone look lovable, relatable, and easy to root for, often stealing the spotlight, even if they don't win. These edits are so calculated that you can almost tell from episode 1 who's going to get which treatment. And when it's someone you relate to or someone who looks like you, those edits hit harder. Fans have even created producer's villain versus real villain simply based on these edits. Let's talk casting. Who gets the spotlight? And who gets sacrificed from the storyline? It's not hard to see the patterns. Caucasian contestants are usually framed as the main characters, the one with full storylines, screen times, and redemption arcs. Meanwhile, black women, especially dark skinned women, and men, and other people of color are more likely to be edited as the aggressor, the drama starter, or the one who's too much. We've seen it over and over. The moment a black woman stands her ground, defends herself, or simply has a strong personality, she's labeled mean or aggressive. A Latino woman raises her voice, suddenly she's too spicy. An Asian contestant is quiet, and they fade into the background. These stereotypes aren't just lazy, they're harmful. Even when people of color are the leads, the narratives built around them are often heavy with drama, isolation, or scandal. And rarely do they get the soft, nuanced, layered edits that Caucasian contestants receive. So I must ask, who is reality TV really targeted for? Who's allowed to be vulnerable, loved, appreciated, or even silly? There's a point where entertainment turns into exploitation, and reality TV has crossed that line over and over. Think about early 2000s shows like Wife Swap, Flavor of Love, Dance Moms, The Surreal Life. All these shows were chaotic, messy, and often deeply problematic. Some contestants were pushed to emotional breaking points, others were set up to fail just so we could watch the fallout. When I think of this, Jazz Jennings stands out to me. Her story was shared with the world from such a young, vulnerable age. And while it brought visibility to trans kids, it also put a lot of pressure on one person. Jazz became the face of gender transition before she even had a full understanding of her own identity or what gender transition really is. The show highlighted her smiley, bubbly side, but underneath she was dealing with emotional, mental, and physical pain. As a child, she carried the weight of an entire conversation, and now, years later, still grappling with the effects. That's not entertainment, that's trauma on display. And as viewers, we all had moments where we feel uncomfortable. For me, those food games on Love Island, spitting chewed food in someone else's mouth, yuck, it's a hard no for me. It's gross, it's unnecessary, and for me, it just crosses a line that doesn't need to be aired, doesn't need to be shown. But hey, it's reality TV and it's not aimed at kids. But it's not even the worst things I've seen. Reality TV have shown people eating bugs, being humiliated, and breaking down on camera, all for the sake of views. So, who is the real click and rage baiters? The platform matters. Each network has its own vibe when it comes to reality TV. TLC is heavy on family and personal struggle, like 90 Day Fiancé, My 600 Pound Life, Sister Wives. Netflix is all about sleek, sexy, and experimental. Love is Blind, The Circle, Perfect Match, Too Hot to Handle. Bravo gives us the glam and drama. Real Housewives, Vanderpump Rules. Now, reality TV shows cast influencers because they're already famous or they've already got a following. This might be the biggest question. Why can't we stop watching? Maybe it's escapism. Maybe it's the drama. Maybe we just love to judge people's situations we're glad we're not in. But there's something about reality TV that taps into our need for connection, competition, and even chaos. Reality shows feel like real life, but they're also just fake enough for us to detach. We root for people, get mad at storylines, and argue with strangers online, all while knowing deep down that it's edited to keep us hooked. In a way, it's like scrolling on social media. endless content, bite sized drama, emotional highs and lows over and over again. And with algorithms feeding us what we already engage with, it's no wonder we stay in the loop. But at what cost? This year's Love Island season, especially the US version, showed just how intense it gets. People were projecting their insecurities about beauty, race, class onto total strangers. People were defending contestants like they were their family and dragging others through the mud. And all of this for people we don't know. Am I still going to watch? Hell yeah. But I need a little break. I tried keeping up with both US and UK versions of Love Island this season, but I just stopped about halfway through and it got way too heavy. I've watched so many reality TV shows over the years, so whenever a new one drops, I'm always curious. But right now, I need a reset. With that said, not here to tell you what to do, just here to have discussion. If you do watch reality TV, don't let it consume your energy. These people have real lives, and a lot of what we see is only part of their story. Bye, I'm Tannel. Thanks for checking my channel. Do subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, I'm Tannel. Don't forget to like and share, and follow my page.